going on, everybody? It's your boy Redbeard here, and bringing you my very first World of Tanks upload. That's right, this game, man, and if you can't tell by the title, I am a noob at this game. And that's a series I'm going to create with World of Tanks, if I can get enough views. I don't know if you guys just want me to stick with War Thunder, or maybe you like World of Tanks. As you can see, I'm out here in my tier 1s, but right now, I'm a complete noob at this game, but that's okay. As you can see, I'm in my tier 1s with the Germans. I also have playing a tier 1 game in the Americans as well. So the point of this series here, from noob to pro as I'm going to call it, doesn't mean that by the end of the series I'm actually going to be a pro at this game at all. I may still just be an entire noob, but I kind of wanted to bring a series that if you are also new to the game, it's easy to follow, because to be honest, as you can see, I don't even know the flow of the maps in this game. I have no idea if somebody's going to come along this way. So I'm sure if there's any experienced World of Tank players out there watching right now, they're probably just laughing at me saying, what am I doing? To be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. But that being said, I'm actually a lot better than most of the players at the tier 1 rank right now. And the only experience I have with this game is I do watch the Mighty Jingles. I watch his The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly series, and I've also watched quite a few of his just normal World of Tanks, either tank reviews or just the random content he likes to post. So, link to his channel will be in the description. It's definitely a help for me when I was first starting out, even though I'm still terrible at this game. But getting into the gameplay right here, I'm in my tier 1 German. I don't know what it's called. Something tractor. As bad as that sounds, that I'm trying to bring you guys gameplay here, and I don't even know what vehicle I'm in. Honestly, I just can't pronounce German. But that being said, I have noticed, and this was not my first time playing on this map, that this spot right here is the best to be. As I pick up my first kill here, and I'm using the upgraded, actually, tier 1 with the 20mm flat gun. So, not as accurate as the one you start out with. As you can see, I can't even penetrate armor, and that's the thing. For all of you that don't know what World of Tanks is, it's more arcade style tank battle, but there are certain limitations and realisms that they take into place. For example, certain guns at certain ranges will not penetrate certain tanks because of their armor thickness. And right there, I was using a 20mm flat gun, and there was no way at that range it would penetrate. So, don't really want to bore you with the statistics. I know if you guys are thinking about getting into World of Tanks, you've probably watched a different video than what I'm bringing you here today. But I wanted to bring a complete new perspective to this, because I know when Quickie Baby or Jingles, whatever channel you go to, Sircon, I know he's a very good World of Tanks player. I know he didn't really start putting out World of Tanks videos when he was brand new with the game and had no idea what's going on. And not a lot of people do that. But myself, on the other hand, I encourage that fact for the simple fact that when I went on YouTube and I said how to start playing World of Tanks, all the videos were just confusing and weird. They were trying to go way too in depth because they were already good players. And the best way to teach a new player is to be a semi-new player yourself and give the ideas and things you learn. And in this video, I actually fail. And it's with this tank I'm battling right here. I already have 2 kills. And this guy made the mistake of getting pinned down by that house, which is not good. Don't ever do that. I spawned on that side of the other side of the map before, and I've gotten myself pinned down. And it's just a death trap to stay down there if your team isn't going to push down with you. As you can see, our team is just destroying the enemy team. We're up 10-3 right now. But I make the mistake of not being patient with this guy. As he keeps popping up, I'm eager and hungry to start producing good games so I can bring to you guys and show off and be like, hey, look how good I am at World of Tanks and rank 1 battles. And so, oh, don't ever do this, guys. If you're going to be a new player, I track myself right there, and sure enough, Mr. Redbeard having probably the worst luck in gaming in general, the tank right there starts looking at me, and sure enough, I die. Not the best way to start the game, but I did get 2 kills, and I was going to force the issue with that guy. I was going to try to get down to those houses right there, but don't, especially in tier 1s, do not go down very steep embankments because you will rip your tracks off, and if you're like me, I'm playing completely for free. I'm not putting any of my own personal money in. I don't have any consumables, any repair kits, or anything like that, so you will be a sitting duck and you will die. Rule number 1. But we're moving on to another gameplay, and I'm still in my Tier 1. I think it's fully upgraded now. I don't know what it's called. The tank, I can't speak German, guys, I'm sorry. I think it's the Lichten Tractor. I'm American. We are naturally just horrible at pronouncing other languages. Oh boy. But as you can see here, in Tier 1, it's kind of nice. I am technically Tier 2 in my Americans and Germans, but I've stuck to the Tier 1s mainly because I want to get more used to the maps. And as you can see, there really isn't a lot of teamwork or a good flow to where the maps go. And so right now I can just zoom along wherever I really please, and that's kind of what I do in Tier 1. I just find certain routes. Sometimes I'll get ambushed by 4 or 5 tanks because I took a bad route, or you know, the enemy team worked it together and took the same route that I was, going all by my lonesome. As you can see, there's very few tanks that are with me. But I'm kind of trying to get the feel of the maps here, because I'm not a good player. I don't really know the maps. I don't even know the name of this map, to be honest. I think it's Himmelsdorf. I don't know. I'm not going to try and bring you the facts here because I am completely new at this game, but that's okay. I hope that in my future content I can bring a better and more knowledgeable experience, so anybody who's starting to play World of Tanks with me can also learn and grow with me as well. So right here, I actually was lucky enough to see the enemy team had no idea that I was outflanking them, which was my idea in the first place. But as you can see, this flat gun, I don't know exactly. There's 3 separate guns for this tank that you can unlock, and that I don't know which gun I'm using here. It's just one of the 2 flat guns you get. But one of the things that did surprise me, because I've watched a lot of Jingles and Circon videos, is how many ammo racks you can actually get or be dealt with in Tier 1. I think in this game there was at least 2 or 3, as I almost get team kill here. I mean, I'm a new player, let's be honest. I'm a lot of experienced World of Tanks players could watch this and say you're a complete retard, Mr. Redbeard, and I'd be like, yeah, I really am. But at least I know that green means friendly and red means bad. Oh man, that was actually my first tank experience. I wanted to throw this out. I installed World of Tanks. I clicked the play button. I went to my Tier 1 American, or it was Tier 1 German, I can't remember. I clicked the play button, and the first thing that happened was I got team killed. Almost uninstalled the game there, but I did want to push through. Just like Call of Duty, there's a lot of bullshit that can go on with the game, especially in a game as like with this, and it's the internet. With anonymity comes all the douchebags because they can get away. And look at that, another ammo rack. This is just crazy. I've never seen so many ammo racks in a single tier before, but then again, we're playing with tanks that are basically made out of sheet metal, so yeah, not the best. And I get away with a bad move here. As you can see, my teammate, we both walked into that trap right there, but there was another guy right there, full health, also laying a trap, and luckily I survived. So that's kind of the thing. You need to understand the maps and know the flow, and I really don't right now. So there's going to be a lot of mistakes to be made, but sometimes you got to get lucky. As another ammo rack, good lord, the ammo racks in this game. And if you don't know what an ammo rack is, a shell hits the storage compartment of where your tank's ammunition is held, and it essentially explodes your tank, taking all your health. You could do 2 damage to the tank, but if it hits your ammo rack, the entire tank is destroyed. And another thing you can notice, I'm not very good with the controls right here. I'm used to War Thunder and everything where your main controls are based with your mouse and not the keyboard. The keyboard is secondary, whereas World of Tanks is keyboard is primary and mouse is secondary. As you see, I pick up my 3rd kill. So my team is just about to win the game. And you know, it's interesting. I try and watch videos. A lot of people say cap, don't camp in these certain situations, and I have no idea what to do. Personally, I'm just gonna go for the kills right now because I'm a complete noob and I am 100% okay with this. So pick up the victory right there. And now I'm in my T1 Cunningham, the one tank I can actually pronounce in this. And I promise to bring you guys, right now I'm sticking with the Americans and the Germans. Mainly I'm sticking with the Germans because I want to go as fast as I can to the Tiger 1 and the Tiger 2 tanks, and maybe even the E-100, but I know that's going to take a very long time. But I'm a historical guy, and I want to play what historically in World War II were the greatest tanks, the Panzer Mark 6 and the Panzer Mark 7, the Tiger and Tiger 2 tank. But right now I'm playing as the Americans and Germans most likely, and I'll probably switch over to the British because they have a lot of cool tanks that I want to try. But I'm in my T1 Cunningham with, I believe, the 37mm Hispano cannon. If I'm don't hold me to that, please. As you can tell, I am a noob, but right now that's the one good thing I know, especially on this map. I don't know the name of it, but I know that if you spawn where I spawn, and you're in a T1 Cunningham, because they are one of the faster tanks in this game. I think they're the fastest Tier 1 tank. If you can get to this hill right here, and if you can get to this hill right here, you have a better chance of surviving, and your team actually has a greater chance of winning. But unfortunately, my other T1 Cunningham teammate tried to go head-on with that. Oh, I don't even know the other tank. I think it was another T1 Cunningham, and he ended up losing badly. As he's on 24 health, so he put in a couple good licks. Oh man, trying so hard to remember the names and maps, I can barely speak. But one of the good things I did learn right here is if there is a friendly tank who ended up dying, then by all means use his dead body as cover. And as you can see here, I actually have to give all the credit to the Mighty Jingles on this one for the videos, because he does exactly say side scrape and use your teammates' destroyed tank hulks as cover all the time. And so, taking his advice here, actually reversed my tank so that the entire lower portion of my tank is completely covered, and by sitting backwards I can actually expose just my turret and have a full-on chance of not being hit unless they aim exactly for my turret. So, nice little exposure right there from the enemy tank, and I get my very first kill with the T1 Cunningham on this map. So, right now, the game, it could really go either way. We're up 4-2, but realistically, in the first 2 minutes, it really doesn't decide how the match is actually going to go. One of their teammates has 2 kills, one of our teammates has 2 kills, but it is slowly looking like, as I just waited for him right there. To be honest, sometimes in World of Tanks I found that patience actually will save your life 9 times out of 10. As I just sat there and waited for him to come out. I knew he was getting antsy. All his teammates died right there. He was the lone survivor against 3 tanks. And I knew he was either going to come out one side of the rock or the other, and either way I'd have at least one good shot at him. And so, patience is a virtue in World of Tanks. And speaking of patience, another thing that's interesting, especially with World of Tanks, is the fact that it is much more arcade-like than many of the other games that I've been playing lately. Aside from Call of Duty, yeah, we all know that's not a realistic game. But one of the weird things is, right here, is I'm just scanning the horizon because I know my team's pushing up that right flank, trying to make sure that nobody slipped out on the left flank is going to try and come behind them. And right here, as one of my teammates is going into their cap circle, that's the interesting and kind of weird thing, is that until you actually detect an enemy tank, they will not actually show up on your screen. They will technically be there, but right now, if there was an AFK tank in the cap circle, I actually would not see him until my friend right there in Vezer, I probably butchered his name, but unless he detected him, he would actually be technically invisible, which is kind of a weird. I don't really like it, but hey, I can't ask for everything. I'm still thoroughly actually enjoying World of Tanks right now. I had to do a little transition because I sat there for a good 2 minutes watching my team just work that right flank, trying to make sure to be a good teammate and cover him. As I can see, somebody actually did get past the left flank there, undetected by me. So I saw one of my teammates get killed by him. But once again, I'm going to side scrape my dead friend who did more in death than he actually ever did in life. But I'm going to use his tank for cover, and I'm just going to wait, like I did with the previous kill, and just wait for him to make his move on the rock. And I know he's retreating because Our team's coming back from the cap circle. He's making a run for it. And bam. Pick up the kill. Third kill of the game. That was probably one of my best T1 Cunningham games. Especially on this map. It's really hit or miss for me. I've had some good games. I've had some bad games. So quick overview. Real quick on what I've learned in World of Tanks so far. Always have a teammate that knows what he's doing, because it will help you out so much. Always use your dead teammates for cover. And never go down steep embankments, especially in low tier tanks. So I hope you enjoyed this. Not really giving too much advice right now, because I really still am a noob, but I hope to get much better. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you want to see more of this. If you don't, then I may just stop it altogether. But until next time, watch your six, and I will see you on the battlefield.